The Bank of Canada just hit pause on interest rates for the first time in a while. So as of today, April 16th, the policy rate now stands at 2.75%, unchanged from March. Now, this might surprise some of you since right before the announcement, odds were basically split 50-50 between a hold and a 25 basis point cut. And we finally got our answer. So let's figure out what this decision means for interest rates moving forward and also the real estate market in Toronto. But before we do, if you are into real estate investing and you want straight up numbers-based advice, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you are serious about Toronto multiplex investing, feel free to book a call with us. So why no rate cut? Well, inflation did come in lower than expected. It's now sitting at 2.3% and even lower if you strip out shelter costs. And so that actually gave us some hope for a rate cut, but the Bank of Canada is actually still navigating a tricky mix of issues. Potential inflation risks from tariffs, a weak jobs market, and an overall sluggish economy. And with all of this uncertainty around tariffs, the Bank of Canada just revised its growth outlook for 2025 and 2026 down from its January predictions. So that shows that they are being extra cautious and putting a bigger focus on the potential impact of the tariffs. So what's next? Well, most experts still see another 50 basis points of cuts coming by end of Q3. But the pace and timing all would depend on where inflation goes from here. If tariffs end up driving up costs, that could slow things down. And the bottom line is that it's really all up in the air right now. So if you are thinking about real estate investing, the game plan does need to shift, and you really need to learn how to invest smart in a slower, more uncertain real estate market here in Toronto. First, stop banking on massive appreciation. That 7 to 8% annual price growth that we saw in Toronto before 2022, that's likely not happening anytime soon. Prices might end up staying flat for a while, especially with so many buyers sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what's going to happen with tariffs, the economy, and even the upcoming election. But Toronto house prices are already down 15 to 20% from the peak, and they have been holding still for a few years now. So this tells us that we are probably closer to the bottom than the top. And when the market starts to move again, it can move fast. So if you get in now, you could actually get a solid head start. Secondly, and more importantly, focus on rental income, not price speculation. With rates dropping and cap rates holding steady, cash flows are actually stronger today than any time pre or post-pandemic. So even if prices stay flat short term, many deals now are still making sense from rents alone. And third, if you are doing renovations or value add projects, this is actually a great time to do it. With prices stable, it's a lot easier to predict what your property will be worth once it's done 3 or 6 months down the road. And that means less risk from a construction standpoint and better planning for you. And so if you are new to real estate investing, here's our best advice. Ignore the noise, forget what people think about the market, just focus on the facts. Look at the numbers, rental income, demand, and long-term fundamentals. In Toronto, we have real home buyers and real long-term renters and limited supply on the house side because we just don't have enough land to build on. And that is what is keeping the market tight. Stick to the deals that make sense today from a rent standpoint, and you will be setting yourself up for real wins down the road. And if you want help finding these opportunities in Toronto, that's exactly what we do here at Elevate Realty. So let's chat. We specialize in helping investors make confident, informed decisions when it comes to multiplex properties in Toronto. We focus on real data, not guesswork, so that you can be sure that you are making the best move. Whether you're looking for a fully renovated turnkey multiplex or one that can be converted into a multiplex, we'll guide you through every step of the process. And here's how it's like to work with our team. We take the time to understand your goals, crunch the numbers to find you the best investment opportunities, and eventually help you land the right one. If you want to dive into renovations, we can connect you to trusted contractors and coach you through the process. Once your work is done, we can even handle leasing and property management for you too. Are you ready to get started? Just head over to this link here and let's chat.